Hey everyone, I'm Veetika and I'm the product designer for Verify CI, and today I'm here to provide a quick update on our vision for merge trains on behalf of the CI team, and just want to talk about how far along we are with our efforts. So we have an epic in place, as you can see, and it contains pretty much all the issues that you plan to work on in near future. And if you find something missing or something out of place, please feel free to add a comment or even add an issue to this. Today, I would mostly be giving a very high-level update on all of the listed issues, but in case you need to dig deeper and get to know about our exact plans with each of these issues, what I've done is in the description, in each of these headers, I have linked the section in the issue that has the latest summary and update on our progress. So that would make things easier. All right, let's get started and talk about our plans. So the first issue which is listed in our plans or next step is add a merge train label to pipeline created by merge train process. And the design for this has been completed. And what has been proposed or what has also been what is in the process of implementation is we are now adding an identifier in the form of a label, and this label says trains when the pipeline has been created by a merge train process. So it's easier for users to differentiate now between a merge train pipeline and otherwise. It's a very small change, but in my opinion, a very effective one. Moving to the next one, it says allow users to add merge request back to merge train when dropped due to an accidental action or due to failed pipeline. So this is not something that doesn't happen today, but it doesn't happen in a very simple way. So on discussion and investigation, we figured out that what happens today is we are not able to differentiate between the pipeline events when surfacing the message and action when the situation occurs. So we are working on those capabilities, but in the meantime, we have worked on an MVC solution, which just kind of changes the UI instructions and kind of hints to the user that this could have happened because of n number of reasons and links them to a section in the doc. And that section in the doc, it lists the probable reasons and the related actions that they need to take. So, it makes things much more clearer for our users. The next one is a very important one, and it's the fast forward merge support for merge trains. What this would eventually do is it would make merge trains much more efficient if enabled. All right, so for this particular epic, we had to take, there were multiple rounds of discussions, and since it's a very complex one, we have finally, I think we're finally at a stage where we are sorted and we kind of have an idea about what improvements we need to make on the technical side as well as on the designs. So if you go to this epic, you'll find that there's a long list of issues which are a part of this. And and the new workflow proposal looks something like this, like when fast forward merge and merge trains, they're enabled. This is the kind of options that users would get to see. So if there are no trains active, then they would just get an option to start the train. And if there is a train active, and they would get an option to add to the train. But in place of merge immediately, we are debating if we should only be providing an option to add to the first position, because if we give this option to them to rebase and merge, which should be the merge immediately alternative in case of fast forward, there could be an occurrence for a rebase loop, which you want to avoid. And while we want to give them the optimal experience, we also want to make sure that the commit history looks as expected. It doesn't break the mental model of our users. So there's a lot of work that needs to be done, but things are underway and we are hopeful. All right, and the last one is visualize merge trains. So merge train in itself, it's kind of an abstract concept. It's very difficult to understand how exactly this thing works. So when users are interacting with this feature, it would be great if they have some sort of a representation in front of them so that they're able to make better decisions. So this is just a very tentative proposal. And it kind of gives an idea about what we want to do, but not exactly what will be implemented. That's all. And besides everything that I just talked about, we also have a list of improvement issues. So you'll see merge train improvements. There's certain issues which are part of this as well that we'll be looking at. And that is all. That's pretty much it. Thank you.